What is going on, guys? It's your boy Havoc Spartan here, and today I wanted to talk about Call of Duty 2020. Now, obviously, it's very, very early. It's only January, so we won't get our first real leak for at least 2 more months. At least 2 more months. So, around like late March. But Treyarch is also the one that's also known for leaking a lot earlier than expected. Uh, every time people will say, well, nothing's going to get leaked until at least late April, if not early June. Kind of like Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, I don't think was 100% confirmed and leaked until like I think it was early June is when they really officially announced that that's what the title was going to be. Whereas Black Ops 4 was announced in March and Black Ops 3 was announced at the very beginning of April. So with Treyarch taking over for Sledgehammer Games, because Sledgehammer Games was having, I don't know exactly what was going on there, but apparently they were having huge problems. The company went to crap, so Activision gave Treyarch the go to take on this Call of Duty. Now, this is supposed to be Sledgehammer's year. This is not supposed to be Treyarch. Treyarch was supposed to be the next year. So now they're having to hurry up and kind of finish up what Sledgehammer's been working on and put their own twang to it, I guess would be the West. Their own ways into the game. And so they're going to be on high, working 24/7 pretty much until this game comes out. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Do not expect to have full launch content for this next Call of Duty because of these problems they had and Treyarch having to take over and have such a small amount of time to get things done. So do not expect a lot of full launch content for this game, which of course we haven't really gotten that since I think probably Advanced Warfare maybe was probably the last time we got a good full amount of launch stuff. I mean, this new Modern Warfare's got it's got a lot of weapons. It's got a decent amount of maps, but considering since 70% of the maps in Modern Warfare are absolute trash, you feel like you're not getting very many at all. Uh, but do not expect there to be maybe 11 maps at most at launch. Probably not a crap ton of weapons. There's probably going to be a lot of bugs just because they're having to rush to get this thing done by next, October, November. By my guess, because of this happening, it'll probably be pushed back to November like how it used to start coming out. The last 2 years we've gotten them in late October. I don't think that's going to happen this year. They're going to try to go as long as they possibly can, so I'm predicting first week of November will probably be when we get this next title. Now, the real question is though, even though everybody knows all this information for the most part that I've told you, but the one thing that nobody knows about, except for people at Activision and Treyarch, and I guess what's left of Sledgehammer, know what the Call of Duty game is gonna be. And a lot of people are predicting it to be back kind of in the Vietnam Cold War, kind of like Black Ops 1. Now, whether or not this is going to be a Black Ops reboot like Modern Warfare, or if it's going to be a completely different title and completely different world and franchise. Because, like I said before, this was not supposed to be Treyarch's game, For all we know, that's what Treyarch could have actually been working on themselves, is a Black Ops reboot, until they had this pop up on their plate to have to finish Sledgehammer's game. So I can see it being Cold War and kind of a Black Ops reboot, but I don't think it's going to be a Black Ops reboot because it was first Sledgehammer's game. But Activision may go, we want these sales, let's call it Black Ops. Just Black Ops, like a reboot, just like Modern Warfare, to get people to buy it. And if I gotta say this, if they are going to do this, I don't really know exactly how the community is going to feel about it. Because though we were excited to get Modern Warfare when we first saw the title, this Modern Warfare is not even the slightest bit as good or close as the older Modern Warfare. So I have no, Modern Warfare, old Modern Warfare feels when I play this game. I will say this right now, I hate the new Modern Warfare. I really do. I do not enjoy playing the game. I enjoyed playing Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, and Ghost more than I enjoyed playing Modern Warfare. I don't like it. You die too fast. The maps are too big. There's skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking, which that doesn't really bother me that much. Advanced Warfare had that, and that didn't bother me at all. But there's also a lot of rumors going around throughout the YouTube and Call of Duty community that Activision and Infinity Ward have actually made it to where if you're a good player, you basically get cheated in gunfights. And I didn't believe it really until today and the last couple of days when I was playing. There were so many times where I was shooting at somebody point blank. A couple times with a shotgun because I was playing the 2v2 gunfight mode, and it had a laser sight. The laser sight was on it. The sight itself was on it. I was pulling the trigger. I was right on this guy, and no bullets were hitting him. And then he one-shot me with a semi-automatic shotgun. This happened to me and my friend while we were playing. And we couldn't figure out, what the hell is this doing? And first we thought maybe it was just a shotgun that we were using. And then the next game, my buddy, gets in a gunfight with the guy. The guy that he was going up against was one shot. Literally, he had like 10 health. So he pulled out his pistol. He had full health, 100. Shot at him, and I was spectating him because I was dead. And you can see the sight was right on the guy for 3 straight shots, and he shot right at him, point blank. The scope and iron sight of it was not off of the guy, but yet the bullets were not hitting him. And there's a thing going around that people are talking about that Infinity Ward is basically punishing you for being good at the game. They want to make it just completely noob friendly. They want to bring in a new audience, and I'm okay with bringing a new audience, but you can't make a game completely different and expect your whole community to respond well to it. I can tell you this right now, all my friends think this is the worst Call of Duty game ever. I think it's the worst Call of Duty game ever, and I've seen several YouTubers out there, even the bigger ones, that have said this is the worst Call of Duty ever. You see a lot of people coming back, like Wildcat and Basically I Do Work. Those guys are actually playing a lot of Call of Duty. But if you notice, they never play Respawn. They only play Search and Destroy, and they go for trolling. That's the only reason they like it. They do not like the Respawn game modes. I've watched Wildcat streams, and he's talked about it several times about how he hates the Respawn game modes in Modern Warfare. He's talked about the skill-based matchmaking and all that, and you just can't do that. You can't. The only thing I can honestly explain to why this is being put into the game is, I don't know, maybe Activision's tired of dealing with Call of Duty. Maybe they don't want to make Call of Duty anymore, but they know it's such a big franchise that they can't come out and just say, hey, we're quitting. We're not making them no more. That's it. It's done. A lot of people would lose their mind. So what they're doing is they're trying to make everybody just hate it, so that way when they do finally announce that they don't want to make it no more, nobody's going to be really mad. That's my theory, because I don't see how you can fuck up this many years in a row without doing it on purpose. You just can't. It's almost impossible to be fucking up this many times in a row without doing it on purpose. So, Now back to Call of Duty 2020. Sorry, I got way off time and off track right there, but I felt like that's something that needed to be said. Um, but back to Call of Duty 2020, I could see it being a Cold War Vietnam era, and if that's the case, if it's going to be made by Treyarch and it has Treyarch hit detection and health systems, I can see that actually being a pretty decent game. Now, whether or not they follow it up with good content and good maps and things like that, that's a whole other question. Usually every Treyarch game I've played has been playable. I guess I love Black Ops 2. Black Ops 1 was really good. Black Ops 3 was really good. And Black Ops 4, I mean, it was playable. I played a lot of Black Ops 4 because, I was good at it. But it kind of honestly just felt like a Black Ops 3 reboot, and they just took jetpack and wall running out of it. So you kind of, already, got done playing Black Ops 3 for basically 3 years until World War II came out. So even though I liked Black Ops 4, like the gameplay, how the hit detection and the health system that was good. It just kind of felt like I was, playing Black Ops 3 with boots on the ground. So I kind of got bored with it because it felt like the same thing. That makes sense if you get what I'm saying. But it was it was still good enough to play and for the most part enjoy. I don't enjoy Modern Warfare at all. Like, there's nothing about Modern Warfare I enjoyed except for the campaign, but that's not. We're talking about multiplayer. Because let's be honest, that's basically what Call of Duty is. It's its main thing. It's multiplayer. I love a good campaign, but if you can't play the campaign for a year, you're gonna get bored with it. But with multiplayer, I have not really enjoyed Modern Warfare multiplayer at all. So if they're going to do a Vietnam Cold War type era like Black Ops 1, which I'm down for, they need to do the other things to support it to make it good as well. Like, as long as they keep their type of health and hit detection that they've always done, Treyarch's always done, and have a good amount of weapons, and have a decent amount of maps, I think it'll be a really, really well year. Now, what I suggest is put Raven on a project. If you're having to make this game, you have Raven go and make Black Ops 2 Remastered. I will pay $150 if means I'm getting Black Ops 2 Remastered. Okay, I don't care if I have to buy another game to get it. I will pay that money to get Black Ops 2 Remastered, and I'm pretty sure about 90 to 95% of the rest of the Call of Duty community will as well. It was my favorite Call of Duty ever. I would say it's probably about 65, anywhere from 65 to 75% of Call of Duty fans that was their most favorite Call of Duty to play as well. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of Modern Warfare Remastered, just because it's kind of like the Modern Warfare today. It was really campy. You die really, really fast. Now, it's not as near as bad as what the Modern Warfare today is, but it still kind of had that slow, campy, die fast that I just don't like. And it's getting to the point where I just can't trust Infinity Ward anymore. And I'm almost considering in the future only buying a Call of Duty game if Treyarch is the one making it, or if they bring in a new developer to make it, like say give Raven their own chance to make one, then I would try it. But if I'm not feeling it in the beta when it's an Infinity Ward game, I'm probably not going to buy it. They've lost my trust. I was excited about Modern Warfare, hoping it would go back to how it was in Modern Warfare 2 and 3, but it's so bad right now, and I can't play it. I can't. I just get so frustrated. The 2v2 is the only thing that I can play that's decent. Other than that, I just can't. But I think a Cold War era and Vietnam era for Call of Duty 2020 would be good. But I think they should also give us Black Ops 2 Remastered. That would if you talk about your sales being, the sales would be out the roof if they were to give us that. I could almost guarantee that 100% that their sales would be way high up if they gave us Black Ops 2. And I don't care what I have to buy to get it. If I have to buy the new Call of Duty to get it, just like Modern Warfare Remastered, I'll do it. Black Ops 2 was the most fun I've ever had in a Call of Duty game, and I would love to kind of relive that in any way I could if it was possible. I know I've talked for a long time here, but I felt like this is something that needed to be discussed, not just what the next Call of Duty is going to be, but also the issues with Modern Warfare. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Now, I know in my last 2K video that I said that I wasn't going to bring any more Call of Duty to the channel, and when I said that, I meant like no new gameplay. I still have old gameplay like this Black Ops 4 gameplay that I can use to make videos like this, but there won't be any new gameplay for a while for Call of Duty. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, have a discussion about it, and just kind of think about, you know, are these things that he's saying is right? I agree with him. I disagree with him. If you disagree with me, let me know. I'd love to see what you think about the, you know, what it's going to be in this situation with Modern Warfare and all that. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on another day.